The Jump Hero is a game that's all about fun. A while ago, my friend said that indie games is like a slice of pizza to him. It's cheap, it's rewarding, it's fulfilling, and all that comes into play in the first 15 minutes. And I think some indie games need to be that way. And I think Jump Hero really achieves that goal of getting the player in there quickly and really getting a feel of how fun it is without a large learning curve. We spent a long time making the tutorial. Probably half the development of the game was to make that tutorial just right. And the tutorial, you just jump right into it. It shows you a few quick controls in the beginning, and then it sets you on your way playing the game, and it progressively gets more difficult as you go over the next 5 minutes. But what we want to do is make sure that what seems like a simple game where you just press jump actually isn't, but it is easy to play and you'll have it down after 5 minutes. And I think that's a very difficult thing to achieve. Most games, either I feel, have a lengthy tutorial that loses some of the audience because of attention spans or whatever other reasons, or doesn't teach you the game well enough, and therefore you don't know the nuances of the game and loses some audience there. I think Jump Hero really will capture you right away. You'll understand how to play, and it'll have you coming back for more. The Jump Hero is all about music, jumping, and fast-paced action. Originally, the game was designed to have the Jump Hero perform stunts and various tricks in the air and whatnot, and you get certain points for how well you're doing. And then that slowly evolved out of the game to the point where it's not even there anymore. And it's more about speed and just enjoying the game. And I think part of that enjoyment is the music and how the game plays with the music. We got a lot of music tracks from a DJ called Technical, and you'll see that within the credits of the game is really awesome music. Look him up on the web or on YouTube or wherever. And using that music, we basically scored the game to each track. So what happens is when a cool part in the song begins, the game will change speed or the scenery in the stages will change. And I think that really makes the game stand out because you feel like the two are genuinely connected as opposed to just music playing over top. Someone suggested once that we should have the ability to read waveforms from MP3s or whatever you have on your Xbox or CDs or whatever, and then you can have your own custom tracks and hopefully have the game using the waveforms build its own stages. And we didn't want to do that mostly because some waveforms are just really messy. When you look at them, especially when there's vocals or certain types of audio, the waveforms just jittering all over the place. And you see games that use that when, like a racetrack or bullets or whatnot. And sometimes, unless you have a really, simple waveform, it just looks like a pulsating entity. And you don't get the sense of, oh, this is the chorus or this part I really like, so this should change now. You don't really get the sense of that. You don't really know when any part of the song, it's just the waveform pulsating, and you're kind of building on that, but you don't really know. Yeah, so we didn't want to do that because it really turned out that it's not as cool as customizing the tracks we already have. Plus, the tracks we already have is a bonus. I don't think you would want to play your own tracks over the ones you have. I think the ones that the game comes with are really exceptional, and you'll enjoy them. The Jump Hero's controls is pretty simple. A is jump, up is glide, down is dive. You can also hold A for a longer jump, higher, longer jump, or press it again for a double jump. We really wanted to keep the controls simple because I find sometimes you can lose some of the audience with overly complex controls. And some people really would like a game that's pick up and play. And that's what Jump Hero is all about. Pick up, play, and understand it within 5 minutes. So we had to keep our controls relatively simple. We didn't want to add in anything else beyond that, just to make sure it's not overly complex. The game itself is 7 audio tracks that each track is a level. So there's a full, so the tutorial stage has an audio track, and you have to survive by jumping throughout this game for the length of that audio track. And then when you do, you beat the tutorial and you've unlocked the other audio tracks. And each one of those has a different level of difficulty. And as you progress through the game, you get to listen to the other tracks and play the other levels of difficulty as you wish. There's multiplayer, which is just passing the controller. It's not simultaneous. You pass the controller on to another player, and it keeps track of your score and whatnot. Of course, there's leaderboards and other little basic things that games have. But yeah, it really is focused around the music, and for those that notice, it'll show you the progress of each stage, and that's actually the progress of how far you are along in that song. The Jump Hero was lots of fun to work on, and I hope to do another project like it. I really enjoy making a game that can be accessible to a lot of players, and I think that's what Jump Hero was designed to do. It was submitted to the Dream Build Play 2011 competition, and we hope to have it released around September. So look for it. It'll be 80 Microsoft points. And send us any comments that you have about the game at www.silverdollargames.com. Thank you.
Right. Start game.